Hey guys, it's Xandria, and in today's video I'm going to be doing another episode of Behind the Song. This episode is about my song Stars, so this was my latest single that I released, and yeah, I'm really excited to share about just what this kind of song means to me and kind of where it came from, what some specific lyrics are about, and other BTS stuff. So let us get started. So I normally like to do this by just breaking down, like going through the lyrics and breaking it down, and then I'll also just tell you about some of the studio stuff. But this song we did with my favorite dudes, Riley Friesen, Matt Daly, and my dad. We all co-wrote this song together, but I just love working with them. They're so great, and we also produced the song with Riley, so they're kind of like the awesome team that we did this song with, and we've also done Whisper with, and 2 new songs that are be coming out pretty soon. I mean, we have them basically done, but we're just kind of waiting to release them. But yeah, so that was a little fun knowledge for you. But yeah, we have a lot of new stuff planned to share with you guys, so stay tuned on all my social media stuff. Shameless plug. At Xandria Cross. Okay. I'm getting so distracted. Alright, back to the lyrics. But yeah, we wrote it with them, and we always just, I don't know, I love working with them because we come up with really cool topics and just stuff that I feel like has like a good like meaning behind it. Like it's something that's not just like random, it's got like a purpose behind the lyrics. So, to the verse one. Stumble through days and nights, listening to lies. We get so lost in life, our dreams get left behind. So this it's kind of just like, I mean, a lot of these lyrics do speak for themselves, like just living life and getting lost in the monotony of it. I was just at an open mic night last night, and I was talking to a man after, and he was saying how he was in his 60s and he had lived his life not following his dream and how much he regretted it. And so he was just basically encouraging me, like, follow your dream, don't give up on it because you're gonna regret it if you don't. So that was really just, it was kind of sad, but it was also inspiring to hear like that's what he would have done. He wishes he would have kept with it. So and I also talked to another lady who she did end up just deciding, hey, you know what, I'm gonna go and do what I love. And she just wanted to say it's the best thing ever, so definitely follow what you love. So that's basically the whole reason I did this song, because I want to inspire people, I want to inspire you guys to follow your dreams. Like, dreams don't have to just be dreams. You can follow them, as later in the chorus it says, we could walk among the stars. Like, we can live this life that we dream of. Like, it doesn't just have to be a dream, it doesn't just have to be a wish, a thought. But I'll get to that more when we get to the chorus. But yeah, so we get so lost in life, our dreams get left behind. Sorry, no vocal warm-ups yet. Yeah, so we start to lose our sight. This is when you get doing the same old thing, if you're stuck in the same old job or stuck doing the same old school, it's not fun. I mean, school, you gotta do school, but it's not fun, even though you have to do it, right? I'm so off track today. Our dreams together. Okay, we start to lose our sight. So yeah, when you start doing the same thing over and over for so long, like that man, 60 years, you get used to it, and hey, it's not the greatest thing, but you do get used to it, and so you kind of forget the childlike dreams that you had and what your heart really wants to do, what makes your heart really sing. And then next line speaks for itself, we start to lose our minds. That happens when you're doing things that you're just not passionate about. You kind of go crazy. Don't know what we're trying to find. I keep wanting to sing this, okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory too. Okay, now to the chorus. We don't have to wish upon the stars. We could all burn brighter where we are. So we don't have to wish upon the stars. This is just like, it doesn't have to just be a dream. It doesn't just have to be something in your imagination that, oh, I wish I could do this. Like, oh, if the situation was different, if the circumstances were different, if I had all the money in the world, if I was rich, if I was famous, if I didn't have any problems, if all those excuses that get in the way of us following our dreams. It's just, this line is saying you don't have to have all those things stopping you. Yes, there's a lot of things that could make it easier, but if you can get to your dream without those things, it's gonna mean so much more. We're getting really deep here. I wasn't planning on going this deep, but like, yeah, it's gonna mean so much more because you really worked for it, and you've had the failure, so it's gonna make the success seem so much greater. Like, if you've really seen the lows and the downs of life, you're gonna appreciate the highs so much more. And that's something that I've definitely recognized. Like, if life's just always good, then you're not gonna appreciate it as much. Okay, that was all that talk for one line. I'm sorry. Okay, we could all burn brighter where we are. So that's just in your situation in life. Yeah, you might be in a certain situation, but you can start there. Start and make the most of that situation and branch out from there. So if, say, you want to be like, let's think of a dream. Okay, say you want to be like an actress, but you're like, I live in a small town, I'm not in LA, like I can't do that. You know what? You can, I'm just giving all kinds of like examples. You could make YouTube videos, you could do community theater. Like, you can start where you are, and who knows where that'll go. Again, one line, so much talk. You and I. Okay, that is just you and I. We can do it. It doesn't need much more explaining that line. Okay, I love this next line. Okay, sorry. We have these memories of when our dreams could make us feel alive. Reminds me of the times when we knew we could walk among the stars. So I just love, whoa, I almost dropped my phone. Don't need another crack. Okay. Back on track. I love this line because as kids, we used to believe we could do anything. Like, we used to believe we could be a famous singer, and we used to believe that we could be astronauts and, whoa, stuffy nose, sorry. We used to believe that we could just be actresses, movie stars. We could do whatever we wanted, and we didn't let things get in our way. Our imaginations were allowed to run wild, and as you grow older, life kind of tells you, no, you can't do that, you have to get a real job. No, you can't, you'll never be able to do that, you're not good enough. Like, only 1 in a million people ever get to do that. And we start to believe it, and once you start to believe it, it gets so much harder. So, let me go back to what I was looking at. Okay, yeah, so we have to get back into that childlike imagination, back to our dreams, and figure out what does make us come alive, what makes us feel alive, and remind ourselves of what we used to believe, that you can do this. If you keep telling yourself things, whether it's good or bad things, you'll eventually start to believe it. So that's why it's so important what we tell ourselves and who we let influence us in our lives. Okay, next verse. We're on to another verse, guys. We are making progress. I believe we can walk on water. Okay, so this line is from a Bible story. I don't know if you guys have, I don't know if you're religious or not, but even if you aren't, I feel like this story is so powerful. It's about in the Bible when Peter is walking on the water, and then he has doubt and he starts to sink. When he takes his eyes off of Jesus, off of his goal of what he's trying to get to, he's trying to get to Jesus, walk to Jesus on the water. When he takes his eyes off of that, he starts to sink. And that is so true in our lives. When we start doubting ourselves, then everything just starts to crumble, and we let emotions take over. We let just fear take over. Really, it's the fear. There's there's a lot of things that we can struggle with, but fear is one of the #1 things, right? Like that, it might seem like it's small, but it actually has a big part of our lives. Like, oh, you don't want to go try out for that sports team because you're afraid you're gonna fail, or oh, you don't want to do this because you're afraid you're gonna hurt yourself. Oh, you don't want to do this because you're afraid of losing somebody. Like, fear is a big thing, right? So that story like really just tied into this message and what I was trying to convey. So I love that line. I believe we can walk on water. We're meant to fly. Like, you are meant to touch the sky. I believe if we keep our eyes up, we could touch the sky. Oh, it just, yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory, but also like Peter Pan, when you believe you can fly. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay, sorry. Off track. Next. Don't start to lose your sight. Okay, so the first one was you start to lose your sight, but this one is don't start to lose your sight. You are getting a grasp on your dream. You are starting to believe that you can, so don't start to lose your sight. Don't let anything take you off track. Really keep your focus on that goal. Don't give up on the fight. Yeah, don't give up. Okay, continuing on. Back to the chorus. We aren't going into that again. I already covered that. This is gonna be like an hour-long video if I don't hurry it up. Okay. I won't be left waiting. I won't be left waiting. Ah. So, to the meaning of the bridge, this is kind of just like, in life you can't just wait for the right opportunities to come around. You can't wait for certain things to line up. Like 99.9% of the time, things are not going to line up perfectly so that you can have the perfect opportunity. You have to go out and you have got to go chase your dream, chase what you want, because it's not just going to come to you like easily. A lot of things, like, people see overnight successes as overnight successes, but a lot of times they've been working years and years that nobody's just seen them, right? So I won't be left waiting. Okay. Yeah, I won't stop at dreaming. That's basically the same thing. Like, I'm not just gonna sit here and dream like, oh, I hope someday I'll be able to do this, but I don't know if I will, so I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna do like nothing and just wait for it to happen, and just like, I'll dream about it like, oh, someday I wish. But yeah, and I'm so guilty of doing that, so I'm not just like telling you, oh, don't dream, don't do this. But yeah, and then last line, I won't stop at nothing, I'm believing. So that's like, you aren't stopping until you reach your goal. You aren't stopping until you get to your dream. And that's sometimes hard to do because you face failure, you face rejection, defeat, you face all these obstacles, and you have to be strong enough and passionate enough about your dream to push past them, which is hard. And I have been so guilty of wanting to quit because you're just not sure if you're gonna get there, and there's, well, double press that. There's no guarantees, which is a really hard thing for me, and I'm not just here telling you, oh, this is what you should do. I honestly have to go back and listen to this song sometimes and be like, see what you told everyone, and what you said you believed and what you stood behind. Like, I have to remind myself that I have to follow my dreams too, because I can get discouraged, and like, there's no like guidebook of like how to be a singer. Like, okay, chapter 1 you do this, chapter 2 you do this, and then you'll get here on day 345. That was really weird and random, but yeah. So it's like, it's a hard thing for me too, and like, I know I totally relate with you guys who are like, if you feel a struggle following your dream, because I have totally been there, and I'm still there like a lot of the time. I have to really remind myself of the reason why I'm doing it, to inspire people, and because I just love music. Like, it's something that I can't live without doing, and it will come whether I decide to pursue music full time. Like, writing songs is always going to be a thing I do, singing around the house is gonna happen 24/7. Like, I sing while I brush my teeth. I sing, I might sing in my sleep, who knows? But like, it's something I need. And so if it's something I love that much and that just flows out of me, I'd love to do that as a career, right? Because it's just something I love so much. And there's a lot of unglamorous parts about it, like the vocal exercises. Those are never fun. I mean, that's such a chill problem. It's not a problem, but like, those aren't always pleasant. And then there's all kinds of aspects of it that, as you continue in the journey, are never fun. And just like the constant wondering whether or not it's all for a purpose or not. Like, should I be doing this? That comes to my mind often, but I just love it so much, and I love sharing my creations and things like this to encourage you guys and to encourage people to do what they love. And like that man said last night, like, he went 60 years and he didn't do what he loved and he regretted it. So I don't want you guys to regret near the end of your life. I mean, 60 is definitely not the end of your life, but you never know. You never know how long you have. So don't wait. Don't put off your dream, because you'll never be fully satisfied until you're doing what you were created for. So I say we follow that man's advice and go after our dream. And the other lady I met last night, she did follow her dream and was so happy about it and said it was the best thing she ever did. So I think we should be like her too, and just take that as inspiration, and even through the hard times, push past them. Like, I won't stop at nothing. I am believing that we don't have to wish upon stars. This is like spoken poetry, like the hardcore kind, when it's like, stares you down. We don't have to wish upon the stars. We could all burn bright. Okay, this is getting really weird. Dramatic poetry from Xandria Cross. Totally not awkward at all, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's basically the meaning behind the lyrics, and I just love like the message that it has. And I hope that you guys understood everything I was talking about. Like, I conveyed it good enough, but yeah, so I guess that's the lyrics behind the scenes. And I guess now I'll just kind of share some of the other behind the scenes, like the making of the cover photo and all that, because I think that's kind of fun, right? So for the cover, when we were in the studio trying to find inspiration for a song, I was looking on Pinterest, and I think that's how we came across the idea. Like, Whisper, like in my Whisper song, we just like found the word whisper and we're like running with it. We knew exactly what we wanted to do. But this one, I don't think it was that obvious. I think it just kind of came. So yeah, we were in the studio looking for inspiration. I was on Pinterest, and I think I saw some astronaut stuff, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then eventually when we, after we'd written the song and like had gone to doing the cover photo, I really like had found a picture that I loved and wanted to use as inspiration. So it was like a female astronaut face. So I was like, okay, this is totally gonna be fun. So I wanted to do like full glam makeup. I had like the bright holographic lip and the huge eyelashes, which, fun fact about those eyelashes, I got those, I didn't get them for this, I got them for like prom. They were like the Dove Cameron ex-Bellamy lashes, and they were like $20, but I love Dove Cameron's lashes, like, she's gorgeous, so I was like, oh, please, I would love those lashes. So I got them, and like right 20 minutes before I had to leave for prom, because I was wanting to wear them for prom, they just looked like a spider on my eyes, or like a cat on my, like, they looked really kind of scary. So I could not wear them for prom. Tear, I was so sad because I was like, I paid $20 for these eyelashes and I want to wear them. And obviously I don't wear eyelashes like ever, like every day, like that's just not something I do. It's for special occasions. So I was like, when am I ever gonna get to wear them? And like, I was a little sad, but first world problems, right? Can't wear your eyelashes on prom night. So then I was doing my makeup and I guess I just tried them for this. And for some reason, those eyelashes look a lot better on camera than they do in person. So I was like, yes, I can use them for this. And I was like taking all kinds of like pictures in them and like, this is the only time I'll ever get to wear them. So I have to like get a lot of like proof that I did wear them, right? So yeah, that was the thing with the eyelashes. Totally random. Probably didn't care to know about that, and that was, yeah, useless information in your head. But yeah, so I love how the cover came out, and fun fact, the helmet was not real. I totally wish that I had a bomb astronaut helmet in my closet, but I do not. So that was all Photoshop. And shout out to my mom and dad, they are amazing, and they did all the Photoshop themselves, which I was so impressed. I was like, I didn't expect it to turn out looking that good, because I'm a perfectionist and I have high standards for myself. And so, yeah, I didn't expect it to turn out looking that good. There was a few drafts of it, but it ended up looking great and I was so happy with it. So yeah, and we did all that on our green screen, which I don't know if it's green now. It might have something on it, but the green screen is here. Yes, so we just like took a bunch of pictures of my face, and yeah. So that was the cover, and I knew I wanted like a neon sign, like holographic thing for stars. I had a vision in my head, and my awesome team of mom and dad did a great job of bringing that to fruition, so shout out to them, they're awesome. And yeah, so that was the cover kind of story. So I covered the lyrics, covered the cover, and yeah, so I really just like, I want to encourage you guys, if you have a dream or a passion and you are afraid to follow it, or you feel like things are holding you back, I just want to encourage you, take steps towards that dream, even if they're little steps, because when you're doing something you were created to do, it's gonna just fulfill you like nothing else. And yeah, so go into it for the right reasons. Like, I feel like, I mean, being a singer, I don't want to do it for, I mean, yeah, the glamour is fun, putting on crazy eyelashes and bright lipstick is fun, but I ultimately want to do it just because it makes me so happy to create and to share with you guys and just encourage you. I love seeing what you guys are doing in your life and the dreams you have, and so when you do things to share with others, I don't know, it's just so fulfilling. So if you have dreams like that, I would just encourage you to find your why, because you'll come across obstacles, you'll come across low points that you'll be tempted to quit, and you have to have something of substance that is a reason why you want to do it to keep yourself pushing. Because if it's just for the superficial stuff, you're gonna, I mean, it's ultimately not gonna fulfill you. You're amazing. I will see you in my next video. Bye.